Good morning, friends. Anne here. No coffee yet, but I do have the Word of God. And today's reading is from John chapter 15, verses 18 through 25. Let me read it, and then we're going to talk about it. If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. If you belong to the world, it would love you as its own. As it is, you do not belong to the world. But I have chosen you out of the world. That is why the world hates you. Remember what I told you. A servant is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will persecute you also. If they obeyed my teaching, they will obey yours also. They will treat you this way because of my name, for they do not know the one who sent me. If I had not come and spoken to them, they would not be guilty of sin, but now they have no excuse for their sin. Whoever hates me hates my Father as well. If I had not done among them the works no one else did, they would not be guilty of sin. As it is, they have seen, and yet they have hated both me and my Father. But this is to fulfill what is written in their law. They hated me without reason. Friends, I just want to let you know that there is a cost to following Jesus. That Jesus was hated, he was persecuted, he was rejected. And in the same way as we follow him, who are we to think that we will be popular and powerful? Right? The way of Jesus is not through popularity and power. The way of Jesus is through suffering and persecution. And why is that? If we look back at Jesus's life, what we see is that the people who rejected Jesus, the people who persecuted Jesus, the people who made him suffer, were the people that were disturbed by Jesus's compassion for the poor, his willingness to be in relationship with sinners and bring them to a place of healing and wholeness. The people who persecuted him were supposedly the self-righteous people, the religious elites. Those were the people who were seeking power and popularity through their own righteousness. And they were offended at all that Jesus was doing. Jesus loved all the people, and because he loved all the people, he was hated by the very people who said that they were righteous and following God's law. Friends, I want you to know that when you accept to follow Jesus, that is not the way of popularity and power. Popularity and power were the ways that the Pharisees found their acceptance. That's the way the Pharisees felt like they were being saved. But friends, we need to follow Jesus. We need to follow him in his compassion. We need to follow him in the corners of society where he went, where no one else would go. We need to touch the people that the self-righteous leaders would not touch. We need to be among the people that Jesus desires to bring to himself. And when we do, when we follow Jesus fully, there will be a cost, but that cost will be worth it. Because we will have the opportunity, like Jesus did, to touch so many lives, to show other people the gospel of love and grace, to welcome them into the kingdom, into the family of God. Friends, follow Jesus fully, no matter what the cost. Have a good day.